was disgusting. It was a really difficult situation. I was like, right, I cannot see any way out of this. Like, I can't. This is gonna happen again. This isn't something I deserve. This isn't something I'm gonna tolerate. And I actually, the next day, I was actually given like a garden period, whatever. But I was disgusted. I was like, I just can't bring myself to go back in, because what's actually happened is fucked up. That's all I can say. What's actually happened is, I'm just so mad. I was like, walks at 6 a.m. I was like, I'm just so freaking mad about this whole situation. Disgusted. I can't even begin to describe to you how I feel. It's fucked up. I was shocked. And I just didn't come in. And I was like, no, this is not happening. This is self-respect. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Lifeline podcast. I'm your host Summer Clark, and this episode is all about how I got let go from my job. It's gonna be a bit venty. But oh my gosh, if you're in this situation where you're like, you just don't know what to do, you don't know who you are, like there's so much going on, you don't know the correct decision to make, well, fortunately, the universe will make it for you, and yeah, oh my gosh, it's so freaking weird. It's fine. But what actually happened to me was actually quite disturbing, in the sense that, what? You know? Crazy. So this podcast is a podcast all about self-worth, self-love, personal growth, those three topics. But in this episode, we're going to touch upon those in, like, what happened to me. It sounds really weird. It's all about me. No, we're going to touch it because I know there are a lot of people out there in this situation, and it's really odd how it happens and why it happens, and when it does, don't worry, because it's fine. It's like, whatever you believe in, there's a plan for you, and you are completely in control of this plan as well. You can have a say in whatever you want. It's your responsibility to take the actions that you need to make sure you're very safe, secure, amazing, fantastic, flamboyant. I don't even know what that word means. But it is 100% up to you to take the action for the next steps in your life. And this has happened for a reason, a beautiful reason. And it's so strange when it does. Like, I'm flabbergasted. Like, I just don't know really what to say. I can tell you how it happened, and I can tell you why it was toxic, and I can tell you how to overcome the situation. So if you guys want to know what happened and how I overcame it and why this is good, then stick around. We've got so much to discuss and waffle on about for the next 20 minutes. I don't know. But my God, damn. So let's start. At my work, there was, my old work. There was, well, my supervisor, she got pregnant. So they had to hire someone in for like maternity leave. And okay, great. This is not a boring story, because I think what I actually dealt with was really touch on to a narcissist. And it really disturbed me, because we're actually going to discuss how I was almost, not quite, but slightly gaslit. And this was really fucked up. This is going to be explicit. Because it's so fucked up. But I'm really seeing the silver lining in it. I really am. So what happened was, so this woman, my amazing supervisor, has left on maternity leave. They hired someone else to take her place, as the cover, obviously, as you do. This woman was so sketchy. She was very sketchy at first, and she's doing a great job at covering her tracks. But unfortunately, she will catch herself out. And I wish her all the best with that, because it's really unfair what she's done to other members of staff, and including myself. I just don't know what to say. I'm flabbergasted. This, I'm still really shocked, guys. I'm absolutely disgusted at the way I was treated, because it was a case of, because she acted so lovely around, the hierarchy, like my managers and the assistant managers and so on. She acted so lovely around that they couldn't see a problem. But when they went around, she was awful. Like, she was awful to us and members of staff. To us. Who's me? Yeah, I meant us. I meant me and my friend. She was awful. Nasty. And it's just like, she'd be like, oh, so lovely. And then it's just like, okay, so number one, that's fucked up. That is dangerous behaviour. Because, she'll pull the wool over the manager's eyes. And and this is what's happened, we've tried to stick up for ourselves and say, like, this place is not. And the reason why I had a warning and then all of a sudden I'm coerced to leave my job is because, she's acting nice. She's pulling the wall is right. She's right fucking over the place. And I'm like, I'm shocked. And I said there was someone on trial, and I said, she was like, oh, so how long you worked here? And I said 2 years. But today I almost walked out. And she was like, oh, no. She's like, why, I was like, oh, this place is toxic. She's really nasty. Because what had actually happened, like, about 10-20 minutes before that, I was spoken to. Rude. Like, I was spoken to like shit, and that her problems were projected onto me. And this is why I believe that actually she's got a bit of narcissistic behavior and projections, where they have fault in themselves, but they're projecting it onto you. So basically, she's half deaf, and she would like ask me to speak up and blamed it on me. And it's like, no, and it's just the way it was said and the way it was worded and the way it was done. And I was like, I was ready to go. And I was like, and it took a lot of strength for me not to go. And to be honest, well, no, things have had to work out in sequence for me to go. So it's like, oh, there's so much strength right there. Just brave. And then, then after that, and then I met the person, and she actually left. Like, she walked away, and I was just like, oh, fuck. What did I do? And everyone was like, this is that. But it finally, it got back to, the area manager who sat me down. Had the most unprofessional conversation ever. It was ridiculous and just not the way it should be done. And a lot of the staff have been on my side about it, said like, I just can't believe this happened. La-di-da. But what actually was, it was just all really fucked up. But I would really love to make a point, because I was left confused, and I had to reach out to people and, have, reassurance. I was like, am I toxic? Is this harassment? Because I was blamed for the toxicity coming from myself. And, it's like, I'm not harassing when I'm trying to stand up for myself. I'm trying to say, like, she's nasty. I'm not the nasty one. And I said things aren't what they seem, because they're not. And it was disgusting. It was a really difficult situation. I was like, right, I cannot see any way out of this. Like, I can't. This is going to happen again. This isn't something I deserve. This isn't something I'm going to tolerate. And I actually, the next day, I was actually given like a garden period, whatever. But I was disgusted. I was like, I just can't bring myself to go back in, because what's actually happened is fucked up. That's all I can say. What's actually happened is, I'm just so mad. I was like, walks at 6 a.m. I was like, I'm just so freaking mad about this whole situation. Disgusted. I can't even begin to describe to you how I feel. It's fucked up. I was shocked. And I just didn't come in. And I was like, no, this is not happening. This is self-respect that I'm giving myself right now, because I'm not being taken for a fool. I'm not being treated like I'm the bad guy when I'm not. And, you know, it's like, I'm not allowing them. It's like they're not getting away with it, because it's really disturbing. And it's fucked up because 2 weeks beforehand, the actual owner came in and she said, that I'm really trying to make a point here, guys. I'm really trying to say, like, stand up for yourself, you know, don't take any shit, know your worth. But I'm kind of like it's all gonna make sense in this story, guys, and you shouldn't take shit from anyone. But 2 weeks beforehand, the owner came in, and I believe that she was just there to criticize anyone. And I think that this dismissal was actually almost constructive, because she nitpicked at me for reasons. Apparently I did 10 things wrong, when actually I haven't even been taught to a standard to work there. I was just doing my best, and that really sucked, because I was doing my best, and yeah, doing my best, and then all of a sudden you're told you're not. And it's so sus, because actually my 2 years are nearly there, and in the UK, if you've been working in a place for 2 years, you're basically permanent. And it's so sus. I'm like, this is just what? Just don't understand. So I believe that because they're getting a refurb, because they're becoming better, they just don't want me. And it's like, you could have, as a business, worked on, if you didn't like it, you need to, you know, there needs to be progress. There doesn't need to be like, oh, she's shit, bye, fuck off. No, it's like, well, actually be better here. You know, we're gonna help you, support you. And that's exactly why I didn't finish my garden thing, because it was like, actually, you're not supporting me. You're allowing this bully to be a dick. And what's actually happening is I'm trying to stick up for myself, and it's just like twisted and fucked up, and I'm not going to support you just because you haven't supported me. So that's, again, self-respect and standing up for myself. And do you know what, guys? Oh, what a relief. I just cannot believe how different like it feels to not be attached to that place for a job. It's so fucked up. Honestly, it's so fucked up. And I hated that job anyway, because I was like, this job is keeping me poor. I want to move on to something else. I want to do something else. I want to work for myself. You know, standing up for myself, doing what I love. I do not want to be there. And it's exactly right. It's like, I don't want to be for that company. I don't want to work for that company. Some people will see that kind of job as a career, and that's where I'm like, ew. No, I'm like, yeah, I am a little bit. Because I believe, you know, in people's potential. And some people are set, you know, some people can do these kind of jobs where they're just like, that's their fucking jam. That spark, they thrive off it. And there are some people that are just there for the money, and me just there for the money, and then getting really, just crushed. Your soul is crushed, your creativity is crushed, you're exhausted. And I admit that's why I've not been posting as much as I wanted to, because, I'm exhausted. I was exhausted. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I couldn't be there for you guys as much because I was being crushed by this job. And that's where you've really got to look at it. Some people always go for jobs where it's like, oh, fuck it, it's money, blah, blah. And, I did get caught up in that. And it wasn't so bad, really, until this narcissist came into play. And I just can't believe I got blamed. I'm just like, no, I'm not toxic. I'm calling her, like, nasty things or calling her nicknames. But not to her face. And, it was more of like a coping mechanism. It wasn't like an intentional nasty, it wasn't an intentional attack. It was more of like, she's just so nasty that I don't want to give her any respect, that I'm not going to call her, her name or anything. I'm going to call her names that I called her. So it's so silly, but it did help. It helped me, like, survive, I guess. Survive. But again, like, you can 100% do a job that you feel, the kind of jobs where you feel like you're not working. That's the kind of job that you deserve. So this book, guys, amazing. This is kind of like the best book I've ever written, and I found it, where did I find it? I remember, like, being so upset about going shopping, like meal planning. I was completely overthinking. I went through like an overthinking era in my life, and it was the worst. Not recommended, because I was like crying about meal planning, going shopping, and then for some reason I was like, just go shopping, just get what you love, fuck it, who cares. Like, I was so overthinking. And then in Tesco's in the UK, Tesco's, I don't think you have any in America, like wherever. It's like a supermarket in the UK. They have like bookshelves, and I remember I was just walking past it after I did my shop. I was like, yeah, just did my shop, fuck it, let's go. And then I saw this book with another book. I can't get over this book, guys. So the reason why I brought this up is because your Ikigai, this book, I just remember like seeing all these books thinking, oh, they all look shit. And then I saw this book next to another nice book, and I was like, oh, grab it. And I picked it up, and I was like, Japanese. I was like, yes, I love Japan. And it was like the best thing that I've ever written. It was annotated as to fuck. I was so happy about this. So it's like, discover the Japanese secret to a long and a happy life with internationally best-selling guide. Okay, so basically why this brings up, because it's like, I don't know if you guys can see. So it's like what you love, and you can do this yourself. So get a circle, get that pen and paper, do the circle. What you love, what you're good at, what can be paid for, and what the world needs. So, and in between is like your mission, your vocation, your profession, and your passion. Like, if you ever get stuck, this book, I will link it. You must read it. It's the best book. I wonder if I can find a section on this. So, what is your reason for being, guys? So, according to the Japanese, everyone has an ikigai. What the French philosopher might call a, oh my, a raison d'être? Oh my. Some people have found that ikigai while others are still looking through. They carry it with them. No, though they carry it with them. Oh my god. Some people have found that ikigai while others are still looking, though they carry it with them. Like, this is something you always have, and you might not be aware of it. Like, it's 100% cool. It's fine to, you know, do a little bit of self-discovery, to do a little bit of reflection. So our ikigai is hidden deep inside each of us, and finding it requires a patient search. According to those born in Okinawa, the island with the most centurions in the world, our ikigai is the reason we get up in the morning. So that's my breakfast, because that's why I get up in the morning, thinking about food. So yeah, what you love, what you're good at, you know, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and it's like your profession, vocation, mission, passion, and your ikigai. So it's like, ooh, I wonder how it's like filled out. Nope. But yeah, give it a try. So it's like, think about what you're good at, what you love, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because, again, I was talking about like living your life, you know, for you, doing what you love every day. That's not work. Like, that's not working. Do you understand? Do you understand what I mean? So the reason, like, why I brought up the ikigai is because that you need to find something that you love so much that you'll never work a day in your life. And that is, that's kind of like the key to happiness, because you will never be bored. You will never, you know, hate your job. And there is something out there that you can do if you honestly, I'm going to say buy the book. Honestly, this book, the best book I've ever read. Oh my god. And this like kickstarted kind of like, because I blame it like a midlife crisis, and I do have an episode you can watch somewhere. I'll link it up there, but ooh, hello. But it's the best book I've ever read in my life. I ate it up. I was just so fulfilled. I was like, yes, it's amazing. This caused me to buy so many more books and get a bookshelf. And I think if you have a midlife crisis like that, that really is, you know, that's, it's not like up and let off easy, but I really think having a midlife crisis is like overthinking. And I do explain it in the video. But yeah, it really kickstarted like a whole reading journey for me. But, you know, if you find yourself, you're in difficulty, sort out your, you know, your budget, you know, get rid of things that, you know, get rid of any unnecessary payments, trust the process, trust the universe, and it'll help you along the way. It's like so stupid to just, but it's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to trust the universe. But if you thoroughly believe that you're going to be okay, you will be. If you believe that you're going to be in debt, struggling, you will be. So you really have to put every ounce of this time to like self-care and, you know, safety. You have the right to feel safe. Okay? You can give yourself safety because you can take action to do the right thing. It is not, you know, it's not up to someone else. Whether your happiness depends on, you know, their opinion, their, you know, their judgment, their decisions. Okay, it's your decision. Okay, so for example, it's like I remember saying I love where I live. You know, I worked so hard to get my driver's license. Ridiculous. I spent like $4,000. It's ridiculous. I, you know, I worked hard for these things, and now that I have them, I was working at the job and I was like, I hate it so much, but I'm not going to let her take away my happiness and what's going on. And it's like, I'm not, because I love going out. I love, spending money on things that I like, booking holidays, going places. I do not want her to take that away from me. And she hasn't. She has not taken that away from me because I haven't allowed it to happen. It could be like different for you. And my mum said, it's like, you're fine. You haven't got a mortgage to pay or anything. It's okay, mummy. It's like, you haven't got mouths to feed. It's okay, mummy. But if you're in that situation, it's 100%, you are completely in control of your life at that situation. It's like, you can go out there and do what you can. And I said that I might actually learn a new skill in this time. It's like, I might learn a new skill to put on my CV, and you can do that as well. It's completely up to you what you do. But, it's not necessarily a bad thing to be let go, because actually it could really be a good thing. It could really be a good thing. And now it's like, now's the time. Because I always also said that I was going to do this podcast. I was gonna, have a blog. I was gonna do, affiliate marketing with people. I was gonna work on doing this because this is what I love. I love sitting at a desk and I love helping people. And, this is my ikigai as far as I'm concerned. Public speaking, helping people, making a difference in their lives. That's what I love doing. I do not want to be moaned at for a bloody cup of coffee that's apparently too fucking cold when actually it's been the temperature of the freaking thermometer. It's like, goddamn, guys. But I never have to do that again. I never have to put up with that again. It's okay. So you have to trust the universe. This is another book that I love. I mentioned it in my last episode, and I will link it below because it's the most incredible thing in the world. And I've not finished it, but it's annotated so bad. And I'm not gonna do that. People keep going edible. I do it in my car when I'm impatient over the wheel. I'm like, no. But I can paint my nails, guys. I'm so happy about that. It's like, I don't have to have my hair up anymore. I was so relieved. I can wear, I don't know what my wardrobe was anymore because every day I was wearing black. It's amazing. I was just so happy. But, I'm reading books to get me through it. Help me. And this is great for you. It's great that you're here to listen to me waffle on. Waffle on. About things that don't matter, because nothing matters. No, I'm kidding. Are gonna help you, because there's people like that I watched that I needed to feel safe. I was like, okay, I need to feel safe right now because I feel like the rug's ripped from my feet and it's just not okay. But honestly, keep with you, positive affirmations. You can tell yourself, my life is full of abundance and full of opportunities. You say that to yourself right now. Tell yourself that you're going to find another job. You're going to find a better job. You're going to find a job that suits you more. There's many opportunities for you. This is something you're not going to back down from. This is something you can do. Whatever it is that you want to do. And I know it's really hard. It's because you're like, oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do because I've been doing someone else's job for a really long time. I've been working for someone else's company. I don't know who I am. I've had everything taken away from me like that because, and it happens. And it sucks. But everyone's journey is different. And, really, if you did want help with that, I probably think I could help you. I do have a coaching class. It's there. If you guys, you can talk to me, hit me up, go on my Instagram, go on my, YouTube, whatever, just talk to me. It's fine. We can do this. We can get through this. We're great. We're amazing. Fantastic. We can do this. You have to stay positive. You cannot let negative feelings get to you. But what you have to do is know what your worth is and know how much you're willing to sacrifice for someone else, like someone else's company. You need to start showing up for yourself rather than showing up for someone else, because you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be happy doing like someone else's work. God, oh my god. You need to stand up for yourself, okay? And it's like okay, yeah, easier said than done, but no. It's really hard. I understand. I get it. But when you finally do, you realize that it was complete bullshit all along, that you're safe, you're okay. Just like that wasn't meant to be. And I want to bring up, is it Dr. Joe I'll put it on the screen if you're watching on YouTube. Dr. Joe Displasia, where he talks about what you want and how you project it out there in the universe, and how it kind of manifests itself and folds and unfolds the way you kind of want it. And I believe that this has actually happened, because I've said I'm going to, find a job that, I can work from home, I could do this. And, it's like I didn't want to work for that company. What a tall spot. But no, I didn't want to work for that company, and I want to do something, like I said, I want to help people, I want to do this and that. And it just kind of unfolded before my eyes. I was like, okay, so this action's happened, this action's happened, this happened, and now I'm here. Fan-fucking-tastic. This is what I want. This is amazing. I'm so happy. I was so happy. I remember when my shift was supposed to start, I actually started laughing quite hysterically, because I was just happy, shocked. I was in mixed emotions. I was the Joker kind of laugh. Probably not that to that extent, but it was incredible just to let go of, someone else's control over me, when I'm in complete control of what I do now. It's just so weird. But I'm so happy that that happened. So strange. But, I'm so much better out there. And I'm sure you guys are too. Once you leave, once you move on, you'll be so much better off. And it's really up to you what you decide next. If it's okay, so that job didn't work out, why don't I just go find another job in the same job somewhere else, same toxicity, same nonsense. And no, I believe that time in your life is done. You deserve something better, even if you have to be, I don't know, what was it, on the unemployment pension, what is it, money. Fine. In this time, you can take the opportunity again to learn a new skill that you need to get another job. And you might actually be surprised. There are free courses online if you need them to do them. Learn that skill. As long as they're with an official body, learn the skill that you need to take the next step in your life, because it's never too late. This is just a time in your life, a transition. You have to trust the process, trust the universe, trust what's happening, because it's actually all for the greater good. And now it's up to you to decide. It's your responsibility to take the actions that you need to do the next thing, to do the right thing, to do what's fit for you, to do what you love, what is best, and move on, let go. Laugh, be better, be gay, be happy about whatever it is that, what's happening to you right now, because trust the process. Be secure within yourself, do daily practices, make them affirmations, write them on post-its, put them all around your mirror. I'm safe, I'm going to be okay, there's nothing wrong with what's happening right now, this is all for the greater good. I can do this. I'm amazing. I'm going to get that job that I desire. I'm going to get the job that I desire. The universe has greatest opportunities for me. The universe is for me. Just put them all over your mirror. Like, I want to see these post-it note mirrors. Just hashtag them. I don't know, crystalline mirror, whatever. Do it, because I want to see them and I will follow them. If you're on like Pinterest or Instagram or anything, just do it. I really want to see them. You can follow my Instagram and Pinterest as well if you like. They're a bit ridiculous, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna focus on doing better things now that I have the time to do that. Thank God. But it's not you know, it's not a bad thing what's happening to you right now. Again, it's for the greater good. It's going to be amazing. You're going to do so well. And I can't wait to hear you guys. And guys, like, contact me. Like, if you want to, you know, talk about your situation a little bit more, you know, let's, like, I've always wanted to build a community with, like women that are going through the same thing and struggling. And just, like, it's okay for you guys to go through that and do this. You know, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay for you to feel the way that you're feeling. Okay? Gotta be strong, gotta do what we need to do. It's okay. Okay, guys? So I think I'm gonna leave it there. I did rant a little bit. Like, I got a little bit caught up in what I was saying. But I really hope you guys got something from this. And buy these books. Like, oh my god. Good. This one. I just amazing. So I really hope, yeah, this helped. You know, don't be afraid to contact me. I'm not gonna bite. And I really hope that, you know, you got something from this. Leave comments and whatever. Let's go. Let's do this, okay? So thank you so much for listening. I've been your host, Summer Clark, and this has been the Crystalline Podcast. I'll see you in the next one.